Hi everyone, I decided to do this as a video format for a change. This is September 2018 and you're all my patrons, and thank you so much for supporting me and the family so far. This is what's brought us here down to Bath and Wells Diocese to be able to be faith sharing enabler. Okay, very quick description of what the job is. I don't really know yet, I'm not starting until a week on Monday, but very quickly to kind of describe it, it's basically to help people to share their faith. Now the thing is, it's only a 3-day-a-week job, and I firmly believe that what God's done is he's made it so that I'm supported by you, and I have the illustration business which supports me enough so that I could take a lower paid job. It's not actually lower paid, it's actually pro rata. It's a really well paid job, but it's only 3 days a week, and that's all Bath and Wells could pay. Therefore I'm able to take that job on, if that makes sense. I think it's a God thing going on. Anyway, so thank you so much. Thank you for all the support you've given me and the family over the move as well. That's been brilliant. That's been really exciting. This is the new office. I'm just going to take a quick video so you can see what that looks like. I'm trying to keep this quicker because I know that a lot of you have found it's a bit kind of boring what I do. I think it's boring. So maybe with me personally, it'll be less boring. Right, so this is taking a video here, microphone. Quick look at me so you know it's me. Hi me. There we are. So this is the office. It's the drawing room. So cameras, lights, everything else. I call it drawing room because I draw in it. Makes sense, doesn't it? And you guys have, there we are. See, look, God is faithful. Yes he is. Right, so yeah, anyway, this is right, so we'll splice that in later. But basically, you've actually helped me to enable all of this to happen, and I'm actually personally really excited about it. And as time goes on, I'll hopefully be able to update you with everything that's happening. As far as Patreon is concerned, I'm going to carry on with Patreon for a while. I need that extra income because actually the money that you give me enables me to run the business side of things. It doesn't cost huge amounts of money every month, but it does cost me some money. And the illustration business isn't as big as I'd like. In the next 4 years, I'm hoping that it'll be bigger and bigger, and then we'll be able to do other stuff. I'm actually supporting somebody else as well, so it's not just money coming into me. I actually am supporting other people through giving and that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm just babbling now. So this is going to be a shorter video than the usual sort of like long missives that I write, so hopefully it'll be slightly more interesting, and I'll bring you up to date really quickly and then we'll cut it. Right, so first of all, Patreon, what kind of rewards are you getting? Well, I know that some people have said, well, you know, some people have said, well, we don't mind not getting the art, and some people have said that they miss the art. Okay, so what we'll try and do is I'll try and get back to making the prints again, all right? Obviously, the illustration is the stuff that really pays, so I need to be doing the illustration. I've got my authors who, I've got 3 authors on the go now, I think it is, who really want me to do some my art for them, and I've got to get loads of it done, so it's kind of like it's all quite difficult to get everything done and get printing done and everything else. So please bear with me on that one. But if you read some of my earlier missives, letters the last few months, you've seen that I've been wanting to focus more on actually recording down, writing books about what I do in ministry-wise, so that we can all learn together about how to tell people about the good news that Jesus is, because he's awesome. And if good news isn't making you happy, then what's the point of the good news? Yeah. So I'm going to be doing more of that. Talking of which, I've already started working on the next book. So part of my job, one of the things they want me to do is to work on the what I'm calling the tell your own story diary kind of thing, where you actually sort of like spend each day, you'll do a little bit of reflection and a little bit of writing down, and you'll learn to tell your own story over 100 days, so your own testimony about who Jesus is. But I've also started working now in my own time on the next book, for want of a better word. And you're going to say, Andy, you do so many things, and you're right, I do so many things, but this particular book is it doesn't take me long to sort of like do a little bit each day. And what it is, I'm working through Luke's Gospel. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this to actually help people to tell their story. And it was something I was praying about, and I said, God, what shall I do next? Which book of the Bible should I do? And he said, go through Luke's Gospel. Okay, go through it slowly, All right. And as you do, look for, in Luke's Gospel, anything that you think at all connects with the good news. So I did. And for the past week, I've been working every day through Luke's Gospel, and I've got through the first chapter, and that's it, because there is so much good news in there. And what I'm doing, I'm not writing it's not a commentary, it's not Bible notes, it's you suppose you could use it in a group. It's really finding something there and goes, oh, that connects with the good news, that means this could be good news, or that could be good news. And it's really kind of way of stimulating your mind, if you like, and hopefully by the end of it we'll have Luke's Gospel. We'll have some sort of book that we can release that says, "Hey, look, this is what the good news is in Luke. Go through it, and you'll read the good news, and you'll learn about the gospel, and at the same time you'll start thinking for yourself about what the good news is." Kind of like a trickle-down effect, which is what I quite like. I think people learn better over time rather than in short bursts. So anyway, so that's what I'm writing at the moment. What I'm going to do is, as I write that, I'm going to release it for you guys. I'm going to release it via Patreon, bit by bit. So every month you're going to get there'll be a Word document or a PDF or something, and we'll put it onto the link on here. I'll upload it onto my so you'll have to download it if you're interested and have a look at it. All right, and I'd like feedback as well. So please give me feedback. Let me know what you think. So the art's going really well, which I'm quite pleased about, and I've got all my monitors and everything else set up, and I've just subscribed to a magazine called Imagine FX, which I used to get years ago to help me develop my techniques. I think it costs about £3 a month, so it's not a lot, but in the process of doing so, I got this brand new piece of software for free, which I'd had my eye on for ages and ages, and it was quite expensive. But doing it this way, it's meant it's not cost me anything, and I get the magazine as well, which is brilliant. And what it does for me is it enables me to do my my watercolors. Now, you know how much I love pen and ink and watercolor, but the problem is that it costs a fortune in terms of paper, and for every one successful watercolor you've got about 10 that didn't work. And this is how I like to illustrate. The new software, and for those of you who are artists, you might be interested, so give me a shout. It's called Rebelle 3, so Rebelle 3. Rebelle 3, and it actually, when you paint with it, because I use my little graphics tablet thingy, okay, when you paint with it, the computer moves the water and the paint around and makes it combine and everything else, and it looks like it's been done with real watercolor. This is brilliant for me because it means I can pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. Don't need dedicated time for it, but it means I can illustrate the color books which are coming out in this watercolor style, which I love so much. I did a master copy of somebody called Corky Paul, who is you can see my books back here. Corky Paul, where's he gone? Rare Rabbit, there we are. There we are. This is this book here, and he does everything in real world watercolor, and he's a brilliant artist, absolutely lovely children's illustration stuff. And I did this picture here, that one, all right, and just to see, I wanted to replicate what he'd done, but in the watercolor. It means I don't have to think about design or anything else. And it was almost spot on. The only reason why it wasn't spot on is because that's the nature of watercolors. So I'm really, really excited to be using that. So thank you very much for that. Please, it's doing great. Right, so I start a week on Monday, which is the 24th or 25th of September. I'm being licensed a week later, I think it is, in a little private ceremony in the Bishop of Wells castle. It looks like a castle. It's his house, I think, or whatever they call it. Can't remember its name. Anyway, so that's really good. That's quite exciting, and because it'll mean that I can do preaching, and I'll be able to do communions, and I think I can do funerals, and I can do baptisms in the whole of the diocese. So I'm licensed to the diocese which would be wonderful. I'll have to check out on that one, but I'm pretty sure I can do. I should be able to do the baptisms and stuff. I'll certainly be able to preach. You might be thinking, hang on, Andy, you're a trained minister, you've got a dog collar and everything else like that. Why can't you just do that anyway? Well, you have to be licensed to a place to be able to minister there. You can't just go willy-nilly going off and just preaching and stuff. Yes, you free church people, you've got it made easy for you, but not for those of us in the Church of England who do it properly. My daily practice in spirituality, in Jesus, is I'm trying to get back to actually doing daily office. Yes, those of you who are kind of like know what I'm like, don't be shocked that I'm doing daily office. All right, don't be. It's a God thing. Before I moved, I was praying about it, and then a few different things came about where actually it seemed like God was saying, yes, you need to do daily office. And then I spoke to my friends who are in United Network, and they all turned around and said, yeah, we think you should be doing daily office as well, even though even they themselves aren't kind of like traditional ministry type people. So the idea is that I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, have some breakfast, and then while that's settling, I will then do my daily office. It sounds weird me saying that, and read the Bible, because I think, as Archdeacon Michael said from Blackburn Diocese, he said, when I was talking to him about this, he said it's all about tuning into God. And if I'm going to be able to do the job which I'm called to do here, which is help people share their faith, then I think I need to be tuning into what God wants. All right, so this is all about making sure that I'm wired into God in every possible aspect that I can. You saw, as I showed you that video picture earlier, that I've even got my guitars out again and everything, and I've been doing some worshiping actually here at home. Things are starting to really crack on again. It's a great experience. So we've definitely done the right thing, even if money's a bit tight. Okay, right, so so once I've done the daily office, then I jump on the bike about 7:15, get to the office about 8:30. Hopefully somebody told me there's a shower there, so that'll be quite good. Have a shower, and then start work for the day. And I'll do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of the week. Thursday, Friday and Saturday I'm going to be doing art, or maybe half a Saturday, half a Sunday, something like that, because I find it restful. So I don't need to, I will though take it easy. So if I feel as though I need to not work because I need a holy day, then I will do. What about church? Well, we've connected in with Allah, which is where we live, and we connected in with Jess, the minister here, and we are going to I'm probably going to on Thursdays meet. Sorry about that, I've got no idea why that cuts off. I haven't got a clue. Right, anyway, so yes, I'm meeting with Jess on Thursdays and her curate, hopefully on Thursday morning, so that'll be quite good. And then, so that'll kind of like form a lot of my church, because there'll be some times when on Sundays I can't manage to make church. So we'll tap in whenever we can into the ministry here. And as things settle, hopefully we might have a board game cafe, woohoo, which will be brilliant. But a huge thank you to Michael and Stephen. They've actually been great support, and we got to game online the other day, and we're, you know me in board gaming, it just does a thing for me, so it's great. And hopefully, me and my dad, we're going to be playing chess soon as well, which should be great. Right, prayer for, before we finish with one last other thing. Byron and Amory. Ruben's going to be starting school very, very soon now. It's sometime this week. He's been accepted, although they didn't really have a choice really, I suppose. But so he's going to Hewish Academy, Hewish Episcopal Academy. Sounds dead posh. Hewish Episcopi, I think the name of is a place. What's the name of the place? So it's just a posh name for a place, and it's an academy school, so it's not that it's kind of like a posh, it's just one of those academy schools, but it's really good. It specialises in science and in languages, which is what Ruben loves doing. So so it's quite good, but he's really nervous and really frightened about what's going to go on, so please do pray for him, really appreciate it. Byron has already said that he's feeling a little bit trapped. It's not that he's feeling that we're trapping him or he's had no choices or whatever, but because he's not going to be going to college, he's made that choice now. He's going to be working from home. At the moment, he doesn't feel as he can go anywhere without me and Anne-Marie, and with Anne-Marie getting a job and with me being out 3 days a week, it means that actually he's going to be here on his own and he doesn't feel he can go anywhere. And so the other day he says, if I don't go out with you today, then I'm not going to go out for the next few weeks. And so he feels trapped in the house. So please pray for him. What we're doing is there's a lot of walks around here, so we're downloading him an app on for his phone so that he can take the dog for a walk on the hills and try and build his confidence in that. And actually, again, maybe this is a God thing. It didn't dawn on me until yesterday that maybe it's a God thing, me being at home for a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so that when Amory goes out to work, it does mean that actually Byron's not going to spend all week without somebody around. He's going to have me on a Thursday, Friday. So my plan is that on either a Thursday or a Friday, me and him are going to go out for a coffee and do something for him. So how I'm going to fit all the illustration in and everything else, I've got no idea. But this is for him. I need to take care of Byron because, being autistic, not his fault, is it? So yes, please pray for him. Anne-Marie needs to find a job. We really need to find a job which is going to give her enthusiasm. And isn't going to tire her out as well. So the perfect job would be, so this is to pray for, perfect job for Anne-Marie would be one where she can help families negotiate either the education system or funding systems or something like that, something where she can come alongside and she can be an advocate for those families. And those families are in, they've got special needs children of one form or another. Her speciality, of course, is autism and ADHD and that kind of thing, and she's already helped lots of families in that way as a befriender. So, but she needs to be paid for it, and on the books, everything needs qualifications. So, please pray for Anne-Marie will find something like that, and that it would actually be a Monday to Friday job. It's kind of like that would be the most awesome thing as well. So that would be great. What else have we got down here? Oh yes, right. So they're the prayer things, and lastly, it's about something that somebody mentioned to me. One of the patrons. I won't mention them by name because I think I need to really ask permission to mention people by name. But she mentioned to me and said that was she only one? Was she the only person who was a patron but didn't know anybody else because of the way I wrote and that kind of thing? So let me first of all say that some of you know each other, but because I'm very conscious of sharing details in GDPR and all that lot, I feel a bit self-conscious saying, oh well, this person and name by name does this and they relate to this person and they relate to that. So some of you know each other and some of you don't know each other. I think that's fair to say. But what I'd like to do is, she was saying to me that I want to feel part of the community. But, and she was quite right on this, I don't at the same time want to have another Facebook that I have to interact with too much. So I've got this problem of thinking, right, well, do you know what, you're right. It always is kind of like me talking to you, and how do I make you feel something part of a community? Right, so I've got some ideas, but I need you to feed back to me and let me know what you think. First of all, you can phone me, you can text me if you want to. I know I'm not very good on phones, but I'm brilliant on Skype and things. So if you want to set out a time when you can talk to me individually, why not? All right, why not? We'll try and get that sorted out, even if it's only for about 20 minutes or something. So my phone number 079. Actually, I better not say that on video, had I? 'Cause it's going to go public, this video. So most of you just email me and we'll try and set something up. So you've all got my email somewhere around, and I'm going to try and get MailChimp set up as well, so I can mail other people out with links and stuff. But I don't want it to become too much, because obviously illustration, and if I'm going to do some prints again, and as well the main job, and it's like, I'm going to run out of time, so I just need to be careful, and I need to take care of my family. So one idea is, first of all, to create a video hangout. So in other words, I could actually do a video, and you could all jump on board with the video and you watch me talking, but then you can interact through a kind of like a news feed kind of thing. You can leave comments and I can respond to those comments, and we can talk for about half an hour or something, and you can ask me questions about how things are going, and I can tell you how things are going, and you can interact with each other on that feed. So we'd have to arrange it. Let me know if that would be a good idea. We could also do a Zoom thing, so that means that 4 or 5 people at any one time could get together. I was doing something which I miss actually a lot, and one of my supporters, you know who you are because you helped me hugely, and I just loved hanging out with you. With Zoom, we used to do 3-dimensional ministries, we used to do huddle groups, and it was great, and I kind of like miss those. So yeah, so if you fancy huddling out with me, then that'll be great. Really appreciate the support. So yeah, so a video hangout. We all get together and we do video together. You wouldn't have to be on the video. You could just leave messages or whatever. We'd work something out. So let me know if talking to me via video would be a good idea. I also, one of my strengths, and I think it's how the face sharing enabling job is going to work, is I'm a networker. I like bringing people. I like sharing stuff from other people. Those of you who follow me on Twitter or on Facebook, you know how I share other people's stuff as people are thinking, and they come out with things. So I know a couple of you are doing things related to art now, which is brilliant. There's another chap who I don't know, the one who used the Blackpool Tower as an album cover. You know who you are. You're still supporting. I know you are. Thank you so much. If you watch this, this might be for you. Whenever you do something, and if you'd like me to share your music with people, then do just let me know. All right, so maybe a musician. I will mention one person, Richie, because you're all over social media anyway, so I know you're all pretty public. Richie, thank you for supporting, mate. Listen, if you want me to share your stuff, or you want to come online, or maybe we could have a talking heads thing between the two of us online, and we could record it or something, we could do that. All right, so I can bring you all together to share what one another has. So it's not about me being the centre, it's about me gluing you all together. So that's something I'd really like to do, is kind of like network you all together. And what you've got advantage in. So I know that one person is actually doing an art course, so they'll be more qualified than me at university level. So you could share your art that you're doing. That would be quite cool. Make a video. I could link it up. I could share it or whatever. Or we could do a talking heads and you could tell me what you're doing. We could video it and share it with others. What else could we do? We could have somebody's doing art therapy, and that fascinates me, how you can use art as part of therapy. Let me know how it's going, and then we could somehow share that as well. All right, so anything like that will make me really excited. You don't have to. These are just ideas of how we could build more of a sharing thing together. And I do the heavy lifting, and as it's called. So what else? Yeah, ministry as well. I mean, I know that there's one of you supporters. Yeah, I love sharing the ministry stuff that you put on Facebook because it is so insightful. It's absolutely brilliant. So so if I could share that somehow, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what to do to build this community. You got an idea? Let me know, and we'll see what we can make happen. Right, so that's about it really. Just looking at my notes here. So what do you think? Video instead, is this better than writing, or would you prefer writing? I don't want to do both really if I can help it. Some people do video show notes, so that might be quite a good idea. I could even turn this into a podcast, so you could download it and listen to it, because it's all being recorded on audio. Or would you like me to go back to writing, which takes a little bit longer? But that's fine, we can do that. And finally, thank you to all of you for all your support and everything else. Really couldn't do this if it wasn't for you. We are now living on a knife edge of budget. All right, so whereas for the last 7 years being employed by the Church of England, 6 years, and then last year's a bit tighter, where you have all helped, we're now moving from a place where actually, things are okay, we don't have to worry or anything else, to actually being a knife edge of living month to month, prayerfully and faithfully with God. But as I keep telling people, the reason why in the middle of the Lord's Prayer it says, "Give us this day our daily bread," it's not about food, it's about trusting God for today. So I'm not worried about the future, that's in God's hands. I just need to trust God for today, and today is awesome. So please keep praying for us. I'm praying for all of you. Thank you so much for your support, and feel free to share this video any way you like. And that's it. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much. Goodbye.